Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. So today we are not going to talk about any strategy, just one simple fact, right? Fear of missing out, which is also called FOMO. This right here. So this is just what I want us to talk about. Why? Because a lot of traders, including me, sometimes we do forget that the financial markets or the trading charts will present a lot of opportunities within a day. So you end up executing trades at levels that you weren't supposed to execute the trades at before you realize you are in severe losses. So when you look at gold today, I woke up to see this massive push all the way up. Just look at it from here all the way up. Now yesterday I only made about $300 on gold. That was it. Only with the 714 method. And with that, I executed only one trade. So I refused to add in another trade again for the rest of the day. Price shot all the way up massively. I woke up and I saw this. I even sent it to one of my students, well, one of my trading partners, because he's no longer a student. He's quite good right now, right? So obviously, I even sent it to him and I was like, what is happening? Gold has shot all the way up. And just look at the move. I mean, look at the move right here. Now, a lot of traders would have come into this market and they'll be looking forward to executing trades here. Probably when this candle was shooting down, they'll still be looking forward to executing trades here, or maybe around this zone right there. Why? Because they fear that price has already shot real up enough that it should just continue shooting all the way up. Which under normal circumstance, it doesn't happen like that. If price shoots all the way up, there has to be a correction before the move. Now, with that correction, you can always wait to find your edge. You can always wait to find your reasons to execute. What was my reason of execution? Now, one, this trend line right here helped. At the same time, this other block right here also helped a lot, right? So you have to always understand that there's going to be a lot of trading opportunities. Now, this is just Asia. London hasn't, I think London just started right now, but this is Asia session, right? We still have London session, we still have New York session, and you can always get into a trade. Now, I'm already half past my my profit level. So I'll be exiting one trade in about some couple of minutes. But that's just what I want to tell you guys. Listen, there's always a reason for you to execute a trade. There will never be a day that there won't be a reason for you to execute a trade. When you look at these zones right here, just look at price shooting all the way up. Countless amounts of reasons. Now, if you are looking for buys because you think the trend is up and price is still shooting back down like this, ignore it, because you know for sure that if price comes all the way back up and take out this last high, which is just this high right here, there's going to be a continuation. There's no way there won't be a continuation. Now, what obviously make us lose our account is because we are looking at this sell right here, this zone coming all the way down, and what we are thinking is we should be in a trade immediately it converts into an uptrend. That is what is making us blow our account. Why? Because despite you looking forward for this to change into an uptrend, there are times that it will change into an uptrend, but just for a short period of time, just like this level right here, another zone right there, you can see it up here. So there are times that it will do that. So all you need to do sometimes is just wait for the main high to get triggered. When the main high gets triggered and price pushes above it, you can execute your trades. It's that simple. And this can also just be used on the 1 minute time frame, 5 minute time frame, any time frame that you think you can use this on. Trust me, it's going to work. So far as you know how to use it, it's going to work. Yesterday, I could have eventually added more trades and more trades all the way up to this zone. But because the 714 method already gave me $300, I was like, all right, that's it. I'm not going to execute any trades again because I said it yesterday. I needed a drop. I said it when the price looks like this, just around this zone right here. I said it. When you look closely at that zone right there, you see it right there. It looks like this. So when the price looks like this, price is going to drop. There's no way it won't drop. And I also said that it will push a little bit up before the drop, not knowing that it's even going to push much more up, not even just a little. When you look at this, it's even converted, right? It converted. So if you had actually looked at my visuals, what I said I use most of the times, you see it around this zone right here, price doing that same thing. This shows an acceleration. Around this zone again, you can see it's acceleration all the way up and an immediate drop. You can see what is happening. So I've said this countless times. Price, whenever I see these things, I know price might drop. Now we might drop back to this or we may not. But if you still want to execute the trade, you can equally just wait for price to break above this right here. You execute the trade, or you wait for a tangible reason to execute. For instance, if price drops below this zone right here, you know we are going to drop back down. Within this level, you know we are going to drop back down. We might not clear this, but we'll still drop. So you can catch a little bit of a move. So it doesn't really matter when price shoots all the way up, whether it's shooting up in the skies or it's dropping below the ground. It doesn't really matter. All you need to do is just try your best and understand where to execute your trades, and you are good to go. Yesterday, around this zone that I execute, I think around here, I executed the 714 method. I only cut this right here, just this level from here all the way up to this zone. That was it. That was it for the whole day. That was just it, $300, and I was done for the day. Now I was actually in the charts when I saw price shoot all the way up and make all these highs right here. I saw every single thing, but I did not want to trade. Even yesterday, I even said it on gold. Sorry, on BTC USD, price went and left me right here. I wanted price to pick my trace above this zone right here. Price didn't. It went and left me, came all the way back down to this zone right here. And immediately I saw this. This was massive. This push right here was massive. I closed the trace that I kept right here. But look at it. Price came all the way back into it and dropped. Now, this trace got triggered this morning. Early in the morning, it got triggered and I saw it. I was like, okay, this is nice because we are shooting all the way back down. This right here was the only low that was holding this trend up. Now, I could have equally executed a trade above this zone right here all the way back down, but I just wanted to see a massive trend move before I'll now become okay, before I'll now become all right to execute a trade. So after this push down, a pull up, a push back down, up. Right now, it's confirmed that we are in a what, a downtrend, because you can see it, lower lows, lower highs right there, lower lows, lower highs. It's that simple. So yes, sometimes price might go and leave you, but that doesn't necessarily mean you can't get a trade. You can always get a trade even if price goes and leave you. Just take your time. Take your time and execute your trades. That is all. When you take your time, you get this type of entries. But when you don't take your time, for instance, when price was shooting all the way back down right here, you could have been looking forward to buy it, not knowing that price is already way up, right? A lot of buyers are taking their profit. And if a buyer take their profit above this zone right here, it indicates that that is a sell. So if a lot of buyers were in this trade around this zone, and they are taking their profits within this range right here because they think the trend has already pushed up enough. They are taking their trades. It's going to be triggered as sells, sells, sells. So this is going to happen. This drop is going to happen because the trend has already shot all the way up enough that a lot of buyers are taking out their trades. So this is going to be the results. A very serious drop back down. It's time for you to take your time, understand what is going on, execute. Now, I actually wanted to execute a trade around this zone right here. You'll probably be asking which trade I wanted to execute. Not even a buy, I wanted to execute a sell. Because looking at it around that zone, I did not even see a buy order there. I did not even see what will actually make me to buy around this zone. Why? Because this trend has already moved far enough. A lot of buyers are going to be taking out their trades. So if price is shooting back down, just know that until it reaches a tangible zone, and this was a tangible zone for me, I know for sure that if this could hold and this trend line could also hold, then there's a high chance price will reverse back up. Now we might not get to here or we might get to there. There's no really a problem, right? That's why I always tell you guys execute two trades. I'm obviously going to get out of one and I'll keep one just running until either price gets above this or we have a retracement back or a rejection. That is all you get out of your trade. So sometimes all you need to do is just take your time, understand what is going on. Don't be eager to execute trade because opportunities will always present itself. Assuming I got onto the chart this morning and I was eager to execute buys, knowing that buyers were already in the market here and price has already went all the way up to this zone right here, executing buys here will be suicidal, which is very, very bad. You don't have to do that. So that's just what I want to talk about. It's just something simple. fear of missing out. Never have this fear of missing out. Now, I know under normal circumstance, we all need one, right? And it's always in us, especially if price moves and leaves your entry point. But remember, executing trades at the right places is always good. If price is leaving you behind, you know that price did not pick your trade. For instance, if someone was waiting for price to come back here and pick their trade, price did not pick it. But look at this, price drop back down and pick that trade. So under normal circumstance, you don't have to have any worry if you're executing trades on the right locations. Now, what actually made me execute this trade more was we already had a support zone below this range right here. That was a double bottom right there. So that indicates a very strong support zone. I nearly forgot about that. So it actually made me execute the trade much more good. And when you look closely, you realize that I waited. I did not just hop into the trade because price is coming down to a very strong zone. No, always wait before you execute. I waited for the rejection. Price came back for the second touch, and I realized that we had a massive rejectional move. This right here is a massive rejectional candle. With that, I can now execute my trade. And remember, don't always be afraid of getting losses. There's always losses in trades. You always lose, right? You always lose. But make sure that your risk to reward ratio is quite high.